is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Jeremiah here, and today we have the iPhone 16 Pro Max versus the Galaxy S24 Ultra. Now, I know some of you guys have been waiting for this one for a minute, but again, nevertheless, we're here. We're gonna go into it. We're gonna talk about pretty much everything about these phones, what makes each one better than the other. I'm giving my honest feedback, so if you're here for honesty, you're in the right place. Again, the S25 Ultra is around the corner, but maybe you're not trying to spend that extra money, or you already have an S24 Ultra and you're just wondering where you stand. But anyway, nevertheless, here we go. iPhone 16 Pro Max, Galaxy S24 Ultra. The things that I've noticed with both of these phones, let's just get the main stuff out of the way, because a lot of people want to know, how's the call quality? Plain and simple. The call quality on both of these phones are A1, whether you're using the regular mics from the phones or whether you're using their respective buds. So here you have the AirPods and here you have the Galaxy Buds. Both sound amazing. Now, I will give the iPhone more respect when it comes to using the AirPods over the Galaxy Buds as far as phone calls go. Phone calls definitely sound better, in my humble opinion, on the iPhone when it comes to using their earbuds. But if you have both, using the regular mics, they both sound fine. In my opinion, it's kind of hard to judge that way. Now, as far as what I can tell from signal, in my opinion, that's where Samsung has been reigning supreme with whatever they're doing with their antenna bands. I typically have a more steady 5G signal and less drop calls on my Galaxy phone. This has been tested through multiple carriers. So call quality, got that out the way first and foremost. Now, next, build quality. I have a case on both, so I'm not about to take them off or anything, but they both use titanium, so both are the best of their class when it comes to build quality. You can't go wrong either way. I like the colors on the Galaxy a little bit more. The iPhone, they kept the black, kept the natural, the new desert, basically gold. So again, they basically brought back gold, but I really wish that Apple would put more of their regular phones, like 16/15 colors in the Pro Max series, and basically give the regular phones less colors. It's like, look, you're paying more, I should be offered more colors here than the others, but that's just me. Again, Samsung can do a little bit extra with colors. I really don't like the pastel colors, like give me a deep red or like a deep blue, like royal blue type phone. So hopefully Samsung is listening when it comes to that. So, but again, nevertheless, you can't go wrong either way. Sticking to the phones being locked for right now, let's just talk about the cameras on the back. With the iPhone, basically you're shooting in 24 megapixels. Let's just put it out there like that. I could get into, the full resolution and everything between the two and RAW and blah, blah, blah. Look, I'm gonna just keep it simple. When you pull the phones out your pocket, both of them naturally take better pictures. The Galaxy is gonna give you more zoom. The iPhone is gonna give you more sharpness depending on how you're viewing it. Because again, you can take 24 megapixel shots. This one naturally takes, with the Galaxy, 12 megapixel shots. However, this phone can be raised to 50 and 200 megapixels respectively. So again, I wouldn't really be bothered about the whole megapixel count thing. I'm gonna just break it to you guys like this. When it comes to straight up pictures, I personally prefer the Galaxy. And I've tested both of these extremely. I'm not about to, I could put up some clips and stuff, but if you want to see clips from each of these phones, go back and watch my Things That Matter video between the two of these, and you'll see like how good each of these really are. But this is just kind of like a, a quick rundown at the end of the year, which one of these you should go with depending on what you like to do. But anyway, back to the phones. So you can raise the megapixels basically on the Galaxy. Now, when it comes to videos, to me, this one shoots 8K, but I don't really use 8K when I'm shooting videos at all. I honestly respect what Apple has done with their video quality. Like when you're shooting, and not just talking about using the MacBook and everything, but I'll get to that. With videos, they just feel smoother. When you're transitioning between each lens, like whether you're using the telephoto all the way up to the wide angle lens, like either way it goes, each lens transitions between the other very smoothly. Not saying Samsung doesn't, but Apple just does it a little better when it comes to that. Now, outside of cameras real quick, let's talk about charging. Now, if you're the type of person that needs your phone charged really, really quickly, go with the Galaxy, hands down. Like, you'll get well over 50% in 30 minutes. You could get up to 50% with the iPhone in 30 minutes, but like I said, with the Galaxy, in 1 hour, you're charged. This one's like 1.5, 2 hours before you're fully charged. Now, as far as battery life in general, that's a toss-up, guys. Like, I really can't say which one. And I know y'all just tired of me just rambling and hearing my voice, but I mean, there's other YouTubers out there, but never mind that. Basically, when it comes to battery life, it's really hard to choose between the two. I could sit, and battery life is subjective. Some people watch videos on their phone all day. Some people scroll social media on their phones all day. You know, some people text all day. Like, depending on what, or video call, FaceTime, whatever you do. Like, people use their phones differently. That's obvious. But if you have my vote, I'm going to give battery life a tie because both of these getting you past a single day, hands down. Now, when it comes to heavier tasks for a longer period of time, I feel like the Galaxy probably will give you a little bit better battery life. And I do mean barely. But on a day-to-day task, like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, stuff like that, the iPhone might give you a good 20 minutes longer than the Galaxy. So it just depends on what you're doing and for how long, if you really want an honest opinion about battery life. Tip of the day, stop leaving y'all phones charged overnight. And if you want me to make a separate video on that, I can. But that's my tip of the day. Take it or leave it. All right. Now, I think we talked about everything without unlocking the phones. One more thing. This one naturally has, which is the iPhone, naturally has MagSafe. The Galaxy does not. However, you can purchase cases that do use MagSafe, like the one I have right here. You can get them anywhere, Amazon, eBay, or your local cell phone store, possibly. But again, accessories. Let's talk about accessories before I get to the front. When it comes to accessories, there's no shortage for either of these phones. But being that I'm in the States, iPhones are definitely going to have more options when it comes to cases, the type of cases. Like, they really make some crazy style cases, custom cases and everything for the iPhone. Now, flipping these over. As you can see, we're going to stand them beside each other. The Galaxy, to me, a little bit taller. But the iPhone, a little bit wider. And I do mean barely wider. It's going to be really hard to tell, like a hair wider, in my opinion. But again, display quality. Let's talk about the display quality. When it comes to display quality, hands down, I have to give it to Samsung. Like, a lot of you may not like the vibrancy of Samsung and, you know, may feel it's not as accurate. But to me, Samsung has a very accurate display, as well as sharp. So again, I like the punchy colors and everything. That's just me. And before we get into features and everything, with the Apple phone, like I said, colors are great. Now, with screen protectors, you're going to find more for the iPhone. Like, this is a 360 privacy screen. And what I mean by that is, and I'm not saying you can't find them for the, like, it's privacy sideways. Not saying you can't find that for the Galaxy, but it's going to be a little bit harder. So, again, that goes back to that accessory thing I was talking about a minute ago. But outside of the accessories and all of that mumbo jumbo, with the front screens, again, I just think Samsung is sharper even without this privacy screen being on there. That's just me. Now, as you can see, one has... I'll have to call you back. One has an always-on display. So let's talk about a little bit about the features of having an always-on display. In the front, you have an on-screen fingerprint scanner. Now, with the iPhone, it's Face ID. I do love the Face ID on the iPhone, well over the Galaxy's Face ID. But the fingerprint scanner, in my opinion, is more convenient because there are some times where you have to angle this a little bit different. When you put in your fingerprint here, it automatically unlocks, like, almost every single time. I'm not trying to put anybody on blast. You pause and call it your own risk. Like, it is what it is. But like I said, when it comes to features, even just on the lock screen in general, both of these have always-on displays, things like that. So, again, with the lock screen, Apple, you can customize it more now. You can change the font, the colors, different things like that. So, again, Apple has definitely improved a little bit with customization. But, again, when it comes to Samsung, especially this Samsung, you're getting more. So, let me unlock both of these real quick, and hopefully nothing interrupts me. So, let's go here. Let's unlock, full brightness. Let's go here. All right. So as you can see, both different type of styles, but again, very customizable nonetheless. You can now use your icons off the basic grid style. You can blur the background wallpaper. So I like how it transitions into it from the lock screen itself. So that's something I like with the Galaxy. Like the display is just, to me, like on point. And as far as Android goes, like there's really no limit to customization. As you can see, I've made these different colors and things like that. So again, when it comes to customization, to keep a long story short, Galaxy is going to win every single time. Now, again, you can change the colors of these as well, make them smaller and larger. So Apple has definitely done more than what they used to do in the past when it comes to customization. And kudos to Apple, keep it up. Now, as far as the 120 hertz refresh rate, let me see if I can get on Instagram real quick. And I'm going to kind of show you guys something when it comes to Instagram. All right, so let's just scroll. Y'all can see that like already, like hands down. If my phone stops ringing, I could finish giving you guys the stuff. Oh my God, I'm about to put these phones in airplane mode. But again, like look how much more the Galaxy scrolls over the iPhone. And I even switch hands. Like the 120 hertz really feels like 120 hertz here. This feels more like 90 to 60, and it's like, well, you got to do this task, crank it up. No, I want that 120 all the time. It's supposed to dial down to 1 hertz. And which you can tell with this one, like, so it starts off, but after that, you can see the speed increase. And again, I know it's refreshing in the background because I do have a lot of stuff running back here. Nevertheless, the 120 hertz. So if you want a more fluid feeling phone, I am going to say Samsung when it comes to that. Next thing I want to talk about is a few features that, you know, Apple has that will always be great. iMessage, and I'm not just talking about the text messaging part, because again, I'm very thankful that Apple has integrated RCS messages within it, but still you can play games with iMessage and do different things. You can blur photos, different, like a whole bunch of different tricks and stuff that you can't yet do on the Galaxy phone. However, read receipts and picture quality is going to be smooth regardless of which phone you're using going forward. So that's one thing about the iPhone. Also, FaceTime, classic feature. Again, you can't deny it. I know that's most of the time what Apple users are going to go by. I got face spam risk. Oh my goodness, I'm tired of these spam calls. But FaceTime or text message, they got me off my grind, y'all. But anyway, I'm not finna start this video. It is what it is. I'm going to actually leave it in there. But FaceTime, iMessage, you can't go wrong. MagSafe are kind of like their 3 staples right now. So again, if you have a 15 Pro Max, do you really need a 16 Pro Max? That's very debatable. Same thing with the S24 Ultra though. If you have an S23 Ultra, just wait for the S25 Ultra. Hands down, like there's definitely no need to really upgrade right now to kind of answer your questions before the end of the video. You know, if you actually one of the people that stuck around this far. But let me finish with the feature list. So that's kind of honestly almost it. Like Apple is more so of a simple powerhouse, where Galaxy is a multitasking powerhouse. And I don't mean that just by launching 2 apps at the same time. Like there's so many different things you can do. Even at work, guys, like with the TV being out, Samsung Smart View and Dex allows us to watch TV in the store without actually having to, you know, we waiting on the guy to come back and fix the TV or whatever, which may or may not ever happen. But this phone allows us to watch TV without having, you know, any other separate device. Now, Apple can do it too, but you'll need an Apple TV to do something similar. Samsung, you just need basically a TV that supports, I forgot the name of that system, but that supports that, where you can smart cast things to it. So that's a simple way to put it. Also, let's go since we're talking about Samsung a little bit here, let's talk about Samsung's main features, in my opinion. Again, and also I forgot to mention AirDrop, but for Galaxy, the equivalent to AirDrop is Quick Share. So if you have someone needing to transfer stuff, you have so many more options on Android. You have Quick Share, you have Nearby Drop, you have regular Bluetooth. Like Apple can only basically send stuff through iCloud and AirDrop. But when it comes to Galaxy, like I said, you have Bluetooth, you have Quick Share, you have so many different options to send someone information. Now I do like the little gesture with AirDrop where you touch it to another phone, but that can actually get annoying because again, I'm a person that has more than one phone and actually more than one iPhone. So if I normally have those two iPhones together and don't have the contact from the other one in my, in the other's contact, and I put them even close together in my pocket, I just always feel that vibration. If my phone is on the table and I'm helping a customer or things like that, and I'm not even trying, if I'm trying to transfer that contact, it's just like I'm not looking for that right now. Like I just want to finish doing what I'm doing. So it's a good feature, but annoying. But back to Samsung, you have Quick Share, you have Smart View, you have DeX. DeX, you can turn any monitor into a full screen computer, get you a Bluetooth keyboard. And I demoed it in my Things That Matter, so if you want to see that in full, go back and watch that. But you can definitely turn any monitor into a full size computer, like literally, and treat it like a full desktop. Again, Smart View can cast anything to multiple TVs or any other monitor. Outside of that, one other thing, you got the S Pen. Like game changer. Like I told you, you can cast stuff to different things. You can also use this as the remote to change the video or fast forward, rewind, turn the volume up and down of what you're actually watching while you're casting it. So again, that for Samsung is amazing. I hope they never get rid of that ever. But those are the main staples within the Galaxy. Now, as final touch, ecosystems, because I kind of give you, and this video wasn't meant to be too long, so that's why I'm kind of rushing through certain things, guys. Again, if you want to see the full, everything about these phones, I made a separate video for that. But this is just a breakdown for the end of the year comparison between the two. Like I said, finally, we're going to talk about the ecosystem. You can't go wrong with either. Apple's ecosystem is slightly larger. And for starters, I'm going to give you like some of the things that Samsung doesn't. You have the Apple Wallet, which has an Apple credit card, like Samsung does not. You have HomePods. Samsung does not have their own like home speakers, at least to my knowledge. I haven't seen any. And as far as what Samsung has, of course, you have, more TVs that you're going to be able to find, or like a home appliances as far as like washers, dryers. Like Apple is not in that category. So again, if you have a Samsung phone, that's definitely going to work better with your refrigerator, washer and dryer, and everything else in your home. If you're using smart things, which connects all of that together. So as far as the ecosystem, like I said, Apple is, to me, it connects faster. Like if I'm using my AirPods with the phone, then I want to switch and use the AirPods with the MacBook that's right on the side here. It does it really, really easily. And last but not least, even though Galaxy has Quick Share, I find that AirDrop uses like a smoother transition of data. And what I mean by that is, like, let's just say if I'm sending a 10 gigabyte file, or maybe not that large, maybe a 4 to 5 gig file from this to the MacBook or from this to the Galaxy book, the AirDrop just transfers that data a little bit faster, in my opinion. So not saying this doesn't work, but the iPhone sends the data more quickly. So to round this video up, both of these are great phones. You can't go wrong in any way, shape, or form. Like I said, as far as pricing, I didn't talk about pricing. As of right now, the Galaxy, you can find it on sale on the website. If you're going into your local carrier, it's pretty much going to be the same price as launch. I don't recommend doing that at this point in time with the S24 Ultra right around the corner. As far as the 16 Pro Max goes, they're offering great trade-in values through your carrier, like up to $1,000 off right now. So again, if you want to trade in your phone, that'll be a really, really good deal to buy. If you want to go straight to the Apple Store, have a 14, 15 Pro Max, then again, you're bound to get at least $550 to $650 as far as trade-in goes with the iPhone. So again, as far as deals go, you're going to get a better deal on the Samsung. It's higher, but they have more deals at the same time. So you're going to get more. You could have a Galaxy Watch thrown in for a discount. You can have, the Galaxy Buds thrown in for a discount. They even do trade-ins on their Buds. So when it comes to discounts, like I don't like the price of either of these to start. But if I had my way, I'd pick Galaxy simply because of the discounts you're going to get if you're buying into the ecosystem. If you're buying an Apple ecosystem, you're going to buy each one for what they actually cost. Now, final little roundup. Resale value, got to give it to Apple. And that's just something I got to throw in there, you know, small. But again, if you're not the type of person to keep phones, you might want to get yourself an iPhone because, again, you're going to get some, if not most of your money back. Like if you retail this for $11.99, you'll probably get at least $800 back, guaranteed. If you retail this one for $1,300, you might get lucky if you find somebody willing to buy this for $700. You know, and that's just because of the state of everything in the States right now as far as money-wise. So, again, if you want a quick sale, get yourself an iPhone. Last but not least, if you take a lot of pictures and just want, you know, a lot of customization, get yourself a Galaxy. If you're more into media as far as like creating videos via YouTube, Twitch, different things like that, the iPhone is definitely going to give you more options and more apps to get things like that done. Either way, you can't go wrong with either phone. Point blank, period. Again, hopefully this video was helpful to someone out there. And, you know, if so, leave a like, please. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'm actually doing other things on the channel outside of tech now, so you may not see as many of these tech videos as you would like. Let me straighten my camera up. But again, I'm doing vlogs, I'm doing reactions, I'm doing your vacations. My anniversary is around the corner, so like I said, I'm be looking forward to another little, maybe simple vlog or something like that. We may just keep this one private, who knows? But again, like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you for being a part of the channel, and catch you guys in the next video. Deuces.
Essence, born with less, but you still precious. Just smell foam in there.